Yo, what's going on, good people? What's the deal, man? Make sure you comment. If you're watching the replay, make sure you drop a comment. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't subscribed, make sure you do that. You know what I'm saying? Help your boy out. Help your boy out. Small YouTube page, man. Just trying to grow it a little bit. I'm gonna wait for a few people to get in here. See Jesse Shorts in the house. What's going on, Jesse Shorts? What's happening, player? Where you calling from? Where you buzzing in from, player? I don't know where you at in the world. You know what I'm saying? Let me know where you at, man. Appreciate you dropping in. You can be doing anything on YouTube, man. You could be watching hip hop. You could be watching stocks. You could be watching anything, but you chose to pull up, man. Appreciate you. K Mac in the building. K Mac, what's going on, player, man? I know where you at, man. You in the Shot Town, you know what I'm saying? Shot Town representative. You heard. Shout out y'all cities, man. Shout out your cities and hit the like button. Oh, Jesse in the Windy City too, known as Chicago, man. You in the city part or you on the outskirts, man? You living that city life, man. Living that thug life or what? Let me know what's cracking. I know K Mac on the outskirts, man. K Mac, you know what I'm saying? What's cracking, K Mac? Anyhow, man, today I want to talk about a situation going on with a family member. You know what I'm saying? I see like 7 people in here, so just say he in the city, man. K Mac, he ain't doing that outskirts, man. He ain't doing that suburban. He living that jungle. He living in the jungle in the city. South side Chicago, you heard me? Anyhow, man, I'm gonna go ahead and start my little story, man. For those that follow my channel, you probably heard me mention before I got a cousin, man. He's been married to his wife several years, over probably 15 years. They've been married. They've been together probably over 20, maybe 25 years. Getting to the beginning, and my cousin, man, back in the days, man, you know, he showed me a lot, you know what I'm saying? He showed me a lot of the ropes as far as get with the females and, you know, just different things. But he was on point on his game back in the days. Like, he wouldn't date a female with a stomach. You know, a certain type of females he would date, he was real sharp with it. He had some nice girls, but when he finally met his wife, you know, he took her through some rough times when they first got together. But eventually, he became that perfect husband. You know, I ain't gonna say perfect, can't use that word, but he became that loyal husband to her. You know, treating her right, doing the right things. Eventually, they had some kids, man. Yoga in the building. Nah, man. I ain't got no wife or nothing like that, man. But anyhow, man, my cousin, man, yeah, he became this great husband to this lady. And it seemed like the day he started becoming a great husband and doing right by her, the day she started taking advantage of him. Before, when he used to dog her out, cheat on her, do different things, you know, she would obey him, she would submit to him. But the day he started changing was the day she started changing. You know what I'm saying? You know, he stopped putting his foot down like that. He started, you know, submitting. I guess you could say submitting to her, man. So he had issues after that. You know, and they had kids. They, you know, had 3 kids. And long story short, fast forward you back to right when the pandemic started, she ended up stealing all his lifetime savings, man. He had like she stole like close to $40,000 from him. And that's a lot of money. Some people that might not be a lot of money to others, but you married with 3 kids, you working hard, you paying all the bills, your wife not working. It's kind of hard to save up that type of money. So she ended up taking all that money, calling the cops on him, saying that he was abusing her verbally, and the only physical damage she had was a scratch on her wrist. So the cops ended up kicking him out the house for like 45 days, and they took all his guns, held his guns. I think they still got his damn guns. I still think he didn't get them all back. But yeah, man. So she betrayed him, man. She took all his money out of his accounts and all that, and she forged different accounts, man. She signed different paperwork and stuff like that, and he ended up finding out about it because he trusted this lady so much to the point where he wasn't checking his account. She was paying all the bills from their accounts, I guess you want to say, and she just basically ripped him off, took all his money, and so he found out, and he got kicked out the crib, and he couldn't communicate with them for 45 days. And it was a rough time for him, man. Matter of fact, he stayed with me for a while. He stayed at my place for about, I guess about 6 months. Stayed at my place for about 6 months after he got kicked out and everything. And, he was on the fence whether he should get back with her or just leave everything. But, that financial situation is always going to play a factor in you leaving your wife or So he was just looking at it like, well, if he left, he would still have to pay all the bills. He would still, then he would have to get another place. He said he just couldn't afford it. So eventually he went back home to his wife, and he was in the basement and everything. So they've been kind of living together, but it's been a separate situation. I think when he first went back, he started messing with his wife again. Then eventually he didn't. You know what I'm saying? So now it's to the point where, his wife basically called the cops like maybe 10 or 15 times on him, just making up stories while he was living there, just threatening him, just doing all she can to try to get him to basically abandon the family. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what she was trying to do. Because women, they get that full ride when their husband leaves, you know what I'm saying? They get a full ride and everything. So I guess she was looking for that full ride, you know. But here recently, man, she ran away with the kids, man. And one of his sons called him one day and was like, "Hey, Dad, we don't want to be here. We don't want to be here." And the mom grabbed the phone and hung up eventually, you know what I'm saying? I talked about this a few days ago too. She basically took off with the kids. He don't know where they at. He don't have no communication. So he's trying to figure out what's his next move, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, they've been married over 15 years, man. They've been together like probably 23, something like that. So they've been together a long time, man. I seen this lady go from a really submissive lady to a fucking Looney Tune. You know what I'm saying? She got involved with some kind of church. I think it's like a cult, man. And she used to come home with like oils on her head, and she used to do all kind of speaking of the tongue or whatever, just in the house, just saying all kind of crazy shit, talking about God, this, God, that. But the church was in cahoots with her too, also, um, because he ended up finding a payment to the church for like $8,000. So the church ended up getting like $8,000 of his money too. As far as a check goes, I don't know if they got cash from her too, but she definitely was involved with a cult, and she definitely changed. You know what I'm saying? It was some type of African church. I don't know if they put that voodoo on her or whatever the case is, but man, she went from being submissive, a good wife, to goddamn loony fucking tune, man. I see you, yoga. Yeah, man, you gonna have a good time, man. Kickboxing. Uh, do I recommend the travel bros to have kids and still be traveling, bro? With small children. Hey, man. I guess you can travel with the kids, man. You know, they going back to school now. I don't know how they gonna travel. They gotta go to school unless you homeschooling them, stuff like that, man. I think just, man, like when you have kids, man, it just make the whole situation a little more complex. Me personally, I wouldn't want my kid to grow up in some of these other countries, man. I prefer them to be here in America, and get a better, in my opinion, a better education over here. You know, I talked about that in the live the other day. Kaboom! Guess who jumped in the room? If they were married, she didn't take his money. She took their money. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But the thing about it is, he had he had an account with just his name in it, and she somehow got into that account and was forging his name on checks and stuff like that. Or she forged some type of paperwork. So it was some fraud involved with the situation. But I was telling him to get her locked up, but he didn't go that route. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go that route. He should have, man. But when you with somebody so long, man, you got 3 kids. You know, your whole financial situation tied up in your house, your kids, and et cetera, man. It's hard to just walk away like that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's a decision you got to make. Me personally, I would have left and still was involved with the kids. I would have did whatever I had to do. If I had to work 2 or 3 jobs, that's what I would have done personally. You know, that's just me personally. But yeah, he about to come out of pocket. But the only thing about it is, like we talked yesterday, his one daughter is 17. So she'll be 18 next year. And so that'll get her out the picture because the kids they doing like homeschool, which the mom ain't really doing the homeschool with them. You know what I'm saying? So she'll be out the picture. She'll be 18, not in school. She might be working or whatever the case is. So she'll be out the picture. Now they have 2 kids in the picture as far as child support and all that. But if he can get his son on his side to come live with him, which his son is 15 now, so he'll have a decision whether he want to be with mom or dad. If he can get his son with him, then that'll kind of clear him up as far as child support. If he have one kid, she have the other youngest daughter, and the situation with the alimony, I don't know. I'm thinking they're gonna make him pay alimony, but at least he won't be doing alimony and child support and all that other stuff. So that'll kind of eliminate one thing, but I'm thinking she might get alimony. But in this case, she left him. She left him, took the kid. He did talk to a lawyer, and the lawyer told him that since there is a report on the fraud stuff, and if she's actually leaving and she's holding the kids against him, and she'll probably lose in court as far as alimony and some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna make her look real bad. But and it's rough, man. It's rough, you know. It's crazy. It's just a crazy situation. All right, let me make a little order real quick. What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, you got some pretty eyes, girl.
Thank you. May I have a name for you?
Man, you messing me up. My name Rich.
Rich, what can I get started for you?
Let me get that chicken burrito combo.
All right. What's your drink?
Let me get a sweet tea mix with lemonade.
Would you like any condiments or jellies with that?
2 strawberry jellies and ketchup.
All right. Will that complete your order?
Yeah.
831 is your total. Try tapping it? All right. Now give you your
Thanks.
receipt.
Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right. Yeah, man. What would y'all do in that situation, man? Would y'all go all out, man? Y'all call the cops? He still hadn't even called the cops, man. She been gone since like Wednesday, man. So I told him, man, you got to call the cops. You got to make a record of it, man. Paper trail. You got to make her, before you go to court, you got to make her look dirty as possible. You know what I'm saying? She got to look dirty as possible. Take over. Yeah, man, that little chick. I mean, I know she young. She probably about 20. She got some pretty eyes, though. Shit. What's going on? What's up? Tell her get in there. Man, she working, man. She ain't gonna do nothing. I'm too old for her, man. Get a water, bro. Yeah, you right, man. Shit. Hey, man, it's a microwave world, bro. Everything on the run, you know. Yeah, marriage is a business contract that most of us brothers, we're gonna lose on that. Because we're gonna get with a woman that's got less than us. You know what I'm saying? You know, women, to me, I ain't gonna say all of them evil, but they got a little evil in them. Shit. Yeah, man. Shit. He in a rough place right now, man. And I told him, man, he gotta take a trip, man. He not no passport, bro. He don't even, man, let me tell you, he got a passport, but his wife, she hid it from him. She got it. He can't even use his passport. I told him to apply for another one. So she stole that too. Stole his damn passport, man. That's crazy. I was trying to get him to take a trip overseas, but he's about to take a trip to Florida. Um, Coming up pretty soon. And I'm like, dude, why the fuck is you going to Florida, man? Like, no knock on Florida, man, but man, if you've been to Florida, if you've been to Miami, or you've been to Orlando, you've been somewhere in Florida, then you've been everywhere in Florida. I mean, he's going to Destin, Florida. I'm like, man, come on, dude. He just left Panama. He took his kids to Panama like a month ago. I'm like, man, If you've been to Panama, you've been to Destin. That shit is all the same. Expensive ass hotels, boring ass beaches. Like man, you need to take a fella trip. Yeah, man, Florida and shit. I mean, I love Florida. It's good for the kids, but I wouldn't take myself down there. I wouldn't go down there for what? You know what I'm saying? Rich, you got plenty stamps on the passport. Where was your favorite spot and why, man? Right now, I'm gonna rock with Thailand, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Thailand is good, man, cause Thailand give you the full package, man. People nice, food nice, everything's cheap. It's the safest country I've seen as far as yeah, safest I've seen, and everybody respectful, man. It's like when you go places, man, you know these people go out their way to thank you and they talk to you. A lot of people speak English. You know what I'm saying? And that's the game changer right there. When you out there, y'all know my Spanish ain't worth a damn. So if I go to a Spanish country, you know, I find myself using the translator a lot. Shit, I didn't use the translator. I think I might have used the translator one time in Thailand just to see if it would work. But for the most part, I didn't need it. So that kind of like changed the dynamic of your trip. Because if you could talk to females in English and you're not struggling with the Spanish or trying to figure out what they're saying, then man, that's just a game changer, man. You know, so that's what Thailand. That's what That's the advantage you got in Thailand, man. A lot of the girls they'll speak a lot of broken English. You have to slow your English down so they can understand you. But I'll say about 50% of the girls know at least broken English. Now, you're gonna run into some of them that don't know it at all. They might be what they call fresh out on the blocks. You know what I'm saying? She trying to keep his nuts locked up. Man, I just took my son to Myrtle Beach, man. We was out there 4 days, and I spent about at least $1,000 in 4 days, about 1,200 really. We did damn near everything down there, man. I mean, we did everything. I didn't have no limitations on nothing. I treated him like a young prince. We did everything.
Good morning, Rich.
Hey, how you doing?
Have a good morning.
All right, you too. Hey, can I get an extra salsa?
Extra sauce?
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, we did everything, man. We had a ball, man. But I spent $1,200, man. I think it was around 1,200. I gotta add it up in 4 days, and I spent less money in 2 weeks in Thailand. You know what I'm saying? And that's including buying. I bought 4 pairs of shoes in Thailand. Some souvenirs and some other stuff, entertainment, everything. Man, I spent less than that over there. You know, of course, it cost me money on my ticket and everything, but I don't really count the ticket cost like that. The ticket cost is what it is, man, and that's not including me getting to Myrtle Beach. I'm not counting gas costs. I'm just counting money that you spend once you're there. You know what I'm saying? When you get to Thailand, you're not gonna really spend a whole lot of money, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I basically was spending um, like $100 or less a day, you know, pretty much. And that's doing whatever I wanted to do. That's going to the club, all that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to try to get out to Thailand, man. You know what I'm saying? See how it is. You gotta see for yourself, man. If you ain't into petite women, you ain't into regular size women, you just want like a thick with a fat ass and all that. They got a few of them out there, but that's not how they built. So, you know, that ain't gonna be the place for you. Ain't no point of you going if you just want looking for the girl with the fattest ass and all that. It's not gonna be like that. And then when you do see one or two like that, you better make sure you snatch that up quick. Cause it go quick, you know what I'm saying? Thailand #1 for you, okay. Yeah, I see some girls, you know, some of them was mixed with Chinese and some was mixed with white. I don't think I seen one mixed with black. But yeah, they got some exotic, you know, some different looking things out there too. Yeah, man. Shout out to Big Boss, man. You up early in the morning. West Coast, Oakland, baby. 6 o'clock in the morning out there. Big Boss was the guy that really convinced me. Like, you know, once he said it, I was like, all right, it's official. That Big Boss like it, cause y'all know Big Boss. You know, he'll critique something. He gonna give you the real deal. You know, I don't know why he don't like Medellin, but you know, it is what it is. I think when you go to countries and your experience with the people is what's gonna determine whether you like a country or not. So if you go to Thailand and you run into a bunch of duds, which that ain't gonna happen, or somebody stole your cookie or stole something from you, you gonna have a bad trip. Last time I went to Colombia, my luggage came up missing. That was my first time. I could have been like, fuck that, I hate Colombia. They full of shit. They stole my stuff. But they ended up getting my luggage to me. It took like 3 days, but they got it to me. And luckily, for some reason, I had insurance on that on my trip. I filed a claim, and I ended up getting like $700 something for that lost luggage. So hey, I'm trying to lose my luggage again. So give me another 700, and that was flying with Spirit. I put insurance on that trip because it was so cheap. The ticket was so cheap. I was like, all right, let me just add the insurance. Well, I think the insurance covered like getting sick from COVID and some other stuff, and it included luggage. So I ended up getting a check for like $700. Well, yeah, that was a blessing right there. Anyhow, y'all, be careful who you marry. Be careful with the kid situation, man. Having kids with these women out here, man. I mean, I would almost say to this point, man, you know, don't even have no kids with no women out here. I would almost say that. But if you do, man, make sure that chick make sure she got some bread. You know what I'm saying? Make sure she got her own bread. At least she got some stuff going on, man. Don't make no woman no housewife here in America. Don't do that shit. Don't set yourself up for alimony. Or even get a prenup, man. But I think even with the prenup, if you married more than 10 years, all that shit goes out the window anyhow. So just be aware, man. Just be careful out here, brothers, man. I don't want to see y'all caught up in a situation like my cousin, man. I feel bad for him, man. It was plenty of days where he told me, man, he contemplated suicide, man. And he a strong dude. And I never heard him talk like that. You know what I'm saying? So for him to say that said a lot, man. I couldn't believe he was talking like that. Another thing she did, she kept the kids away from his family. That's what they do too. They try to separate you from your family. You know, he wanted to take the kids to see his dad. Before his dad passed away, she wouldn't let him. You know, so the granddad ended up passing away, and the kids couldn't see the granddad. It was just crazy, man. It's just a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff, bro. Let me take you through the ringer, man. And that shit hurt. That shit digs like a knife, man. When his kids involved, man. You know, because even with me, man, I've been through situations where my BMs wouldn't let me see my kids. You know what I'm saying? So you just have, it's like a tug of war, man. I know y'all gonna say, "Oh man, just take it to court and do that and Man, that shit is rough when you gotta go to court and do all that bullshit. It's rough, man. You know, I never married any woman or had any kids in the state. I Shout out to Jay Mitch in the building. But it's good to have kids, man. But it's just, man, just be careful who you have them with. And people change, man. People change, man. Hit into Ghana for a few weeks. All right, salute to you, man. Salute to you, my brother. The only thing I fear about Africa, man, this is what I fear about it. It just seems like if you go over there, it just seems like you're gonna have to deal with a lot of you have to deal with like the fact that you can catch malaria. It just seems like you might get a spot and the fucking water might not be running right, or might not have AC. You know, it's just the amenities and stuff, man. That's the only thing I fear about Africa, man. Like, I'm gonna have an uncomfortable ass trip. I ain't trying to go nowhere where I ain't got no AC, no running water, all that type of shit. I don't want to deal with none of that. You know what I'm saying? I know I might sound petty as fuck, but that's just me, man. I ain't going if I ain't got AC. Fuck that. But I'm gonna eventually get over there though. But I'm about to end this live, man. I just want to chop it up with y'all for a minute. Hopefully y'all have a good day today. Yeah, man, that shit just stuck in my head like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to TMZ, man. Like, I saw when he was over there and I talked to him. We were supposed to do it live yesterday. I don't know what happened. But You know, he had to leave one girl's spot and go to another spot. And he was like, yo, they didn't even have a fucking toilet. He had to go to an outhouse and shit. I'm like, damn, man. See, that's like one of my fears and shit. Ain't no way I could have stayed there. My man TMZ had got sick. And he said the one girl he was kicking it with, she was, you know, shit was going left over there, so he had to leave. So he went with this other chick. And, you know, at that time he had caught malaria, so he was sick. He could barely move and barely, you know, do stuff. So he was staying with that other chick and she was helping him and everything. But he was in a situation where they didn't have no toilet, man. They didn't have no AC, man. He said he was about to fucking die over that motherfucker. So that's you know, going to Africa, man. You just never know. Yeah, man, y'all gotta check out Thailand, man. You can buy malaria pills for about $1 a day. So what you do? Take the malaria pills before you get sick? Just imagine that, man. You can get bit by a fucking mosquito, and you can have something that's just as worse as COVID, something that's in your bloodstream, bro. Think about that, man. That malaria is running through your blood, bro. Like, damn. Yeah, I mean, he probably did make some bad choices, but he was staying with the first girl for a while. Like, I mean, he was over there like 3, 4 months. So he was staying with the first girl, you know. He was having a good time. They were showing him love and everything. I don't know what went wrong in the relationship, but I think she was trying to be too possessive. Okay, the pills are to prevent it. But man, you need a fucking bro to go into Africa. You need a yellow fever shot, man. Like, I mean, come on, man. That's telling you like there's some shit out here, bro. You need a whole shot to go to the country. Not a COVID, not a vaccine. Whole yellow fever shot. I think you need the COVID shot to go over there too. I'm not sure. I'm sure the different countries over there got different rules, but anyhow, man, I'm about to finish my breakfast and get to work, man. Y'all have a good day, man. And watch out for these hoes, man. Watch out for these hoes, man. Don't let them lock you into that contract. And if you do have a contract, man, do that contract overseas. Or marry them overseas, man. There are beautiful women from Nigeria, Liberia, and of course a guy and a woman that are very cooperative. Well, what I'm hearing too, man, a lot of the African women is they may be a little submissive, but they confrontational too, man. Like, you know, so I don't think it's all peaches and cream over there like that. Yeah, you might find one that's submissive, but I'm sure it's gonna be some bullshit with it too. Women the same all over the world, man. Some got better traits, but they all gonna be a bitch at the end of the day. Peace out.